back to this contingency plan.
Yeah, I want to talk more.
Here's more.
Yeah.
Well, here's more. I want to play this for you. Peter
Cool.
King with Troy Vincent, the executive VP of football operations, on the possibility that there are extra games in the wild card round, that Monday night could be a spot where games get dropped. Here they are.
This year, if this is passed, to have 8 games on wild card weekend.
We rolling, Peter, but that's the beauty of it. I kind of like it. Different, but yeah, the no wild card weekend, you going. One is rolling, no buys. You coming right off the regular season. You don't have extra rest. Everybody's banged up. It's you got to rock.
Yeah. I'm sure this is way, way, way too early. That wild card weekend, could you see a chance that one of those 8 games or more might be played on Monday night?
I think all things are on the table. Very possible.
Yeah, and look, you've got to figure out where to put these extra games, and why not park them in prime time? The only challenge is you're reducing the recovery time
that's what I
of
don't
the
like.
teams that play on Monday night. You have to what you almost have to do is, and I've been a proponent of maximizing the prime time windows, but you take that team that plays on Monday night and you guarantee them the latest possible game the following week, or you just make Monday night part of the playoff experience.
I think that's what you'd have
Monday
to do.
night,
Right.
But the thing is, you're always tied to a team that plays that first Monday night, because whoever wins the first Monday night plays the next Monday night in the divisional round, and whoever wins that game plays the next Monday night in the championship round.
Yeah.
And I've been saying for years, Sunday night, Monday night, that's the way they should handle the conference championship games, especially with 2 weeks between the conference championships and the Super Bowl. Now, this year, who knows if there'll be 2 weeks or not, because here's the thing. Once we get the regular season in, I'm hoping they're going to have home market bubbles for the postseason, because it's not like there's a lot of flexibility to delay playoff weekends if a team is ravaged by the virus and guys just can't play, or there aren't enough players to play, or whatever the case may be that causes the NFL to pull the plug. There isn't a whole lot of flexibility to say, well, we're going to have to postpone the divisional round for a week now. You can't just postpone one game. We're going to play 3 of the 4 divisional round games. We'll make the other one up next week, and then you've got 2 more weeks in between those games, and it's a mess potentially. So just getting through the regular season is only part of the battle. They still need to keep this thing under control to get through the postseason.
Well, I know. And when are the owners going to meet about that? That would be something I'd want to know too. I mean, at what point are they going to start discussing playoff bubbles for these teams? Because I would think, again, that's going to have to be something that's going to be, discussed between the NFL, the NFLPA, and making some sort of deal there to make sure that, the entity of the playoffs is protected. So, I'm shocked, actually, that wasn't part of this meeting in general. Maybe it was. Maybe we didn't hear about it.
But this is something that the union definitely would have to agree to.
Yeah,
It's something the union's resisted. And I think there's a belief, Chris, that for the teams that get to the postseason, you don't need to have a mandatory home market bubble, that it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to convince all players, coaches, and essential staff to explain to their family members, look, we've gotten through the holidays.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Right.
The season doesn't end until after January 1 this year.
Yep.
I'm going to stay in a hotel until this is all over.
Right.
It may be 3 weeks. It may be 1 week. It may be 4 weeks, but we're pursuing a championship. We're trying to build a legacy. There's more money at play, higher profile games. If I'm going to be a free agent after the season, I'm playing in front of a large audience of teams that are sitting at home watching me play. For all those reasons, I think you'll see more and more guys. And then you reach a critical mass where if enough of them are staying in the hotel voluntarily, they're all going to stay in the hotel voluntarily.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if the Green Bay Packers see Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and, Preston and Zadarius Smith, see them staying in a hotel, most likely the rest of the team will follow and just go, okay, that's what we're going to do. I mean, there's no doubt about that. The other thing, I don't know if I love the Monday Night Football thing. I hope that doesn't happen. But I don't know, is there any other way to orchestrate the weekend with that many games? I mean, I guess that's really the big question. because I don't want to see a team play. I like what you said as far as the Monday, and then it has to be the next Monday, and then it'll have to be one more Monday after that, certainly. But I don't want to see a playoff team at a disadvantage with a short week against another team who, maybe had a first round, or no, it wouldn't be a case in this, right? But didn't have the short week. I don't want to see that. I want to see best football, right, at its best. Teams getting to prepare, do all that. We saw a game like this a few years ago where the Chiefs and Pittsburgh got delayed, and then the Chiefs lost to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh goes to New England in a short week, and they looked like crap. They were outplayed.
It was just delayed from afternoon to evening. It wasn't delayed by a day, but I think no. It was just from morning to evening. There was an ice storm in Kansas City, and it ended up being a primetime game when it was supposed to be played maybe at 1 o'clock that day or at 4 o'clock. But every year, I don't know that it happens every single year, but there's always that potential that someone who plays on the Sunday of Wild Card Weekend
has to play
turn
Saturday.
around and play the following Saturday.
Right.
Against somebody who's been off for 2 weeks. You get 6 days to prepare for a team that's had a 14-day or a 13-day break, as the case may be. So I'm fine with 1 day. The problem is, you can't do Monday, Saturday. It would, at the latest, that team would have to be guaranteed a Sunday game if you play on Monday night. But you've got 8 windows now that you've got to find on Saturday and Sunday if you're not going to use Monday night.
Could you do it? Could you do it like, an 11:30 kickoff, a 3 o'clock kickoff, a 7 o'clock kickoff, and a 10 o'clock? I mean, I'm just throwing stuff out there. I just been thinking about it. I know I love here on the East Coast. I love the London games when they come on at 9:30 in the morning here. I mean, that's awesome. I do love it. I know that's not fair to like the West Coast, but can we find some balance to squeeze them all in? I mean, would be a great day of football. I would love that.
It depends on where the games are going to be, right? You're not going to play a New York game at 10 o'clock at night.
No.
And you're not going to play a West Coast game at what would be 6:30 in the morning,
right,
if that's when you would start, equivalent to when those London games begin. But it's easy to have 3 windows on a Saturday or a Sunday. It becomes much more difficult to add in that fourth window, which is what the NFL would be trying to do. But I guess what you would do, if you could pull it off, you do a morning game. You do 10, 1, 4, and 8. Right. But who's going to watch that game at 10? I don't know. It's a playoff game, and it's on TV.
I mean, we will. The West Coast gets screwed a little, yeah.
I know, but if they can get to Monday night, I think you find a way to get to Monday night, and then you guarantee that the winner of the Monday night game plays the following Sunday. You don't have to go Monday through the playoffs. You can do Monday, Sunday, and especially for this 1 year. You can say to a team, you're playing Monday night, and then you're playing the following Sunday in the late window, period. That's it.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.